It's not like the fully 15 versus 15 map. And we can say the attacking side is NOP and the defensive side is ING. And let's say the team composition first. I think Dex, you can make an introduction about their team composition and their choices.
I mean, look at this. We see a very clear distinction of how they're going to approach this game. NOP going with a lot of double goal tier 5 troops, and ING going with the 4-4-3, 2 tier 4s and 1 tier 3. So what this means actually is ING is able to maintain 3 big fights, whereas NOP has to win their fights in 2 waves. So ING will have the advantage in terms of the number of engagements and fights that they have. But on paper, we know that tier 5 troops is stronger than tier 4. So this will be interesting to see how they both play out. Oh, Braid, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there, but it seems like the mic is still has some problems. So I think I need to mute for a second and.
Okay, you want me to take over?
Yeah. Need your help to cast the game and.
Okay.
I need to wait. Yeah.
Okay, so as we're looking at NOP and ING, I mean, we look at Linwood Fortress. It's one of the most debatable map that divides the community. A lot of players don't really like this map. I can totally understand why, because there's so many narrow corners around this map, and every single engagement, you don't have 15 players, you only have 10, so every engagement is really, really important. If you look at NOP now, trying to poke up and see whether ING is going to give them that space, that platform to set up to bring up the troops into it, and Motas from the back of NOP trying to zone out ING's troops, So what NOP wants is just that setup base so that they can have their troops coming out. Now ING has to be really careful here, because if they do not defend the area on A, in front of A well enough, they could be late to the rotation, and that might cause a lot of damage to their own troops. And we can see NOP with that Shield Maiden moving up right now, being aggressive and taking control of that platform. Putting down grape shots, as we can see, onto it. And let's see how ING is going to rotate. Oh, Halberdiers Sergeants trying to frontline. That's not really going to be good. Claymore's also coming in by ING, but we can see that the fight is not going very smooth for ING. So the key thing is whether their ball boys is able to do enough damage. Big fight coming out on top. And again, this is advantage for the attackers because they have a setup on top with the trap support. So ING has to be very, very aggressive, taking back this zone, avoiding the traps, and looking like they successfully cleared out the NOP troops on the platform itself. Fantastic work by ING.
Yeah, it seems like the first wave of attack from NOP has been successfully defended by ING. ING did a quite good job at the first defensive the action, and they take very patiently and wait for the NOP players to come on in, and then they fight back together. And for now, the point 8 is still safe.
And that's actually huge losses for NOP, because remember most of them only bring 2 gold troops. So I'm a bit confused to why actually their troops didn't fully commit. We saw like 4 or 5 go on top, so it's a bit of a shame to see that turn out that way. Yeah, your mic is fixed already, is it?
Yeah, my mic is fixed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're back to normal. And for now, the ING players fully get out with the point A and try to push back the NOP players even from the walls. Now, yeah.
Crucial thing here now is we see the Nafan guards coming out from the NOP and look burning through and eating through the blue troops, all of the blue troops. Again, they know time is not on their favor now. Now looks like a much better push for NOP. Most of their troops now aggressively trying to take that platform. ING has to rotate pretty quickly to once again defend. Oh, nice trap down there. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, and with the help of Championship and NOP now, finally they are into the internal place of the point A and try to kill all of the enemies here.
Oh, but key thing, look down below. You know, ING is going for the back line of NOP down here, looking like they're going to win that fight. So
yeah, but NOP they have lost so many units, and now in the game the NOP are leading like 400 units in the game. I mean, like that's a big gap here.
Correct. But of course, you know, and ING is playing for that. They do have that blue Helvetes, you know, coming in later on, which might be very, very important. ING doesn't want to give out a point here.
Yeah, but interesting thing is that we can get things from the leaderboard that the LP actually they have more 5-star units and the 4-star unit like the 4-star units is equal. So basically, I think the LP still have a chance to win the whole game. And for now, they didn't take over the point A. They're still safe, and some RNG players still there.
So big scrappy fights down here. Now the question is, you know, who is able to get their reinforcements up onto the A point faster? Looking like ING just having a little bit more advantage, moving faster and securing the point A back into their hands again.
So now the point A is still safe for the defensive side, and the attackers they get out of the city and try to get some reinforcements and wait for the second round of attack here.
Oh, this is so tough position for the attackers because I've been in this situation before. You know, it's like all that fight just now was for like nothing. It's really, really demoralizing. But of course, NOP looks like they have a couple of gold troops left.
Yeah, and I mean, like for this map, the point A is super important. It's like the final base kind of inside of the city. And if you lose the point A really quickly, and you need to take put a lot of effort on defending those supply points, and that will be a headache for defensive side. But in this game, ING they tried their best to defend the point A, and for now only have like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And they are leading. Yeah, they are still and also leading the unit troops. So in the game, it's quite a good situation for the defensive side ING.
Yep. So NOP really has to take their time now. Yeah. They still have eight or 9 artillery left, so that could come in really, really handy for them.
Yeah. Oh, now they are even like behind the 5-star units. Like in the 1 minute ago, they are leading like the 5-star units. But for now, they are behind the number of units of a high star. So the situation is quite terrible for NOP. And we know this is like the lower bracket, and if those teams like lost this round of game, and they need to they will be like eliminated from the CBL this time. So a very important game for both sides.
Correct.
And NOP still like now is pretty struggling with getting inside the point A, and now they need to be really fast and try to take over the point.
Correct. NOP has 2 Imperial Spear Guards down there, you know, which can really come in handy because as we know, the Halberds, their strength and where they come to life is when they are able to brace. And those shields can just take that initial bracing damage. And look, NOP just pushing up again. Oh, they still got a couple of Nafas. Wow. Okay. That could come in big.
Yeah. The Nafa can do a lot of help, especially for this kind of the place, a really narrow place. They burn everything and do a lot of damage there.
But the flanking movement from ING coming in again and NOP struggling to do with those people who are rotating around. Oh, this is looking bad for NOP. The attackers.
Yeah, it's bad for NOP, and now all the blue side, the defensive side, the heroes are alive, and not so many heroes from the defensive side are still alive. They lost most of their troops. They have to retreat from the point. So it's kind of very difficult to win the game.
Yeah, looking like the defenders will take the first game down here. Man, this is a bit of a shame, you know. I think NOP getting a little bit nervous. I don't usually see them make this many mistakes, especially in their team fight. They're usually more aggressive in the way that they're pushing. But of course, one last chance for NOP to come out and take the A point down here, but those units on the right side, ING recognize they're rotating there, not giving them the platform again to set up. So let's see what NOP can do.
Yep, and now the defenders are everywhere. They are totally dominating the game. And for attackers, they're still trying their best to try to steal the points, but it's kind of impossible because defenders are all alive. And for the points, it's kind of impossible. Time is ticking, talking. The 15 seconds left for now. So we basically can say congratulations to the defender ING. They won the very first game of this round.
Living up to their reputation, I think they were mainland China champions.
Yeah. They were the champion of the last season's China's mainland servers. And let's say the MVP from both sides. The MVP from ING is Wang Guoxue Weiwei, if I read it correctly. He got 3 kills, 1 death, and 8 assists, and got 88 troops killed in the game, and killed a lot of the high tier units in the game. And also their teammates, the number 2, they killed 5 heroes, and also teammates killed 6 heroes. And the NOP's MVP, the Japanese team, and the MVP is oh sorry, can you read Japanese?
I wish.
Yeah, but anyway, it's he performed pretty well, and they killed 2 heroes, and 2 deaths and 3 assists, and they killed 78 troops in the game. And I think for the whole game, the LP, the strategy is I think they should be adjusting their strategy in the later stage, and they tried their best to try to wave in from the side gate into the point A, and that place is totally narrow. And ING, they set up a lot of the park units and those really tanky and units over there, and totally stopped the NOP getting inside.
Yeah, it's really a shame. I mean, the attackers for NOP side, they finished the game with 7 artillery left, in their hand. And we all know because there's only 10 players, so there's 20 artillery for the attackers. So that 40% left, of artillery, it's kind of a waste. Really, really wasted.
Yeah. It's in the game, in the match, especially in the match, you need to use up all of your artilleries, because artilleries actually is very important in the game. And it can help a lot to defend the enemies, because using artilleries to doing damage to do damage to enemies, it's totally without hurting yourself, without losing anything. So if you have a chance, you should use that, and be totally very helpful.
Correct, so basically every time when you want to take an engagement, there's a price to pay. So for the attackers, defenders will always have the advantage of position because they're waiting for the attackers to come inside, right? So the attackers can trade their artillery for the space that they need to set up to give them a better position. So by not utilizing your artillery as attacker, it's very hard for you to take a space where you can actually have an advantage over the defender. So it's that's why attackers have 2 times more artillery than defenders. If you don't use it, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. And this time, it's very funny to see that it's kind of rare to see that a team picked the Lane Fortress their attacking map. In the past, actually, this map is not that popular. It's not so many. Yeah, actually, not so many people will pick this map. It's kind of not the traditional 15 versus 15. And so the OP, they must have their special strategy, but at the same time, it didn't work in the game. And the next map is Helonfield, and the both sides they was switch sides, and ING they will be the attacker, and the NOP they will be the defender in the map.
Oh, I'm excited to see this match because ING has been picking Harbour City So
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen them play Helion Fort yet. So
Yeah,
this will be new to watch.
yeah. Hello Field is a very interesting map. Actually, it's one of my favorite maps.
Same.
For
I love it. I love it.
yeah. It's kind of a lot of strategy
Chaos.
things. Yeah, chaos strategy things there, especially for the point A and the point B. I mean, like for the first game, especially for CBL, it's very interesting to see the early stage of the game for team how they defend the point A and the point B, because like both points are very close to each other. So if you lose the point A, and then the point B will be like very difficult to defend. And, yeah.
And of
also,
course, the start of the battle, I think it's only 8 minutes, at the initial stage. So attackers they can't just take their time, set up, let's take a thing. They have to just go in, let's decide, whether they're going A or B. So it's a very fast pace. It's like a sprint.
Yeah. It's like for Helon Field, there is no like a siege towers. Yeah, you don't need to wait. The game will be really fast paced. So yes, yeah. In the last season, I saw some team they will totally abandon the A and the B and get back to the like fully defend the point C. There, yeah, and that is also a very good strategy. And we can say different teams have different strategies out there. And let's say ING, the NOP, how they gonna play in this map.
Right. So if I remember correctly, NOP plays the strategy that you talk about. They give A and B on the defense, and then they try to choke the attackers on the final base itself. Now that works well because they have the Falconetti, right? The Falconetti gunners. But remember that the Falconetti gunners are banned for this map, so they can't really pull out that strategy again. So that'll be interesting to watch how both teams will actually take this fight.
And also in this map, it has very special point, and you can activate it and release some like AI berserkers to help you, and yeah, it also can do a lot of help sometimes.
I think this is one of the best map designs that the devs has put in. It not just physically, right? When I remember when I first saw this map, it's like a real castle because the AV points are at the ground level. You've got C point like at the middle level, and then the top level of the final base is on the highest base. So as attacker, as you're coming, you're like climbing the castle, going forward and everything. It's a beautiful map. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Devs, please make more maps like this.
Yeah. And actually, Eclipto is ECL have joined like the CBL for many times, right? Yeah. And what kind of feeling you will have like when playing CBL? You guys will feel nervous because like so many times you guys are veterans.
I think at the start we definitely feel nervous, but we kind of like don't. It was just like get everything to fun. But the last two CBLs we took it very seriously. We wanted to make ECL. We have this ambition, to see how far we can actually go in the thing. Of course, going up to the top 3, top 4, even the finals has always been a goal of us. So now it's more like we are just can't wait for the next. Just so excited for the next one, Yeah, and we are learning each time competition that we go in, no matter the result, we always bring back something, whether it's experience, now I think it's even though this round we are not in the elimination, everyone still watches it and the whole community supports us in this CBL.
Yeah, I remember like last time when streaming the ECL teams games, and I can see the comments like the take my energy.
Take my energy,
yeah. Yeah. Is that from like the Dragon Ball, like the Goku, like the take my energy?
Yeah, like we have a lot of crazy fans.
Yeah, so very interesting.
Yeah, but too bad this round we don't see them. But it's okay. Next one.
Yeah.
I think the only English team left in the competition is SSR, which comes from EU server. So that will be the one that I think for most of the English community will be watching. But then again, all the matches like Japanese, Chinese, you know, the user, each team has their own, how to say, strategy, you know. Generally, we will see like the Chinese teams, you know, play a very similar style to each other. Japanese teams are really like those kind of aggressive, you know, they want to go forward, they want to use a lot of care, they want to be jumping in, you know, and I also don't know about English teams. We kind of somewhere in the middle, we take the best of each and make it our style.
And actually, you can see the interesting thing is like for CBL, we invited the teams. They are come from they're from like the all over the world and from different regions. And we can see those teams have different play styles. It's kind of it's very enjoyable to watch different game like the game styles. It's very interesting.
Definitely. I mean, it makes the CBL more colorful. I mean, no one wants to see the same unit, same lineup, you know, same thing all over again. You know, it gets very repetitive. So
yeah.
So I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I remember like the back to the Viking season, the first Viking season, the finals that the Asian champion versus the champion from China's mainland. And those two teams, like I still remember that time, like the China's mainland, the champion team, they used the berserkers, and totally bullied the Asian champions. And that time was like totally amazing to see that kind of strategies, because like we normally stream the CBL for Asian service and never watch the gameplay from the China's mainland service. And at that time, the berserkers, the way how they use the berserker is totally like it's amazing.
They broke the game basically.
Yeah. And also like I remember like for CNC they love using cavalries in the past, and it's and their gameplay style is very aggressive, and we can see a lot of teams and a lot of different game styles.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're just looking back at just now the match, you know, even NOP, they're using completely different units than ING. You know, both have totally different mindset when they approach this map. It's the same map, same. You know, each team has 10 players, but totally different styles.
Yeah. So now I see all team members already in the room. So the second game on the map, Hello Field, is gonna happen very, very soon. So let's jump into the preparation stage and to just say the team for their choices in the game.
Heading forward, let's go.
Yeah, this game is pretty important for the for NOP. Yeah, they have to win this game. They have to win the games. So
pressure is on the NOP camp right now. You know, I'm sure they also realize that this is the all or nothing. So whatever they have, they're gonna hopefully give us the best performance of their CBL. Looking at the unit comps. Now we see NOP side bring in a lot more of these Imperial Pike Guards. Now we've seen very few of this whole CBL, and NOP opting to bring 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 even Imperial Pike Guards. Yeah, we know the quality of this unit. Their strength is that they can just basically ask all the units to sit down if they're advanced. So this will be very interesting because on the ING camp, they bring a lot of the Halberd Sergeants, Claymores, and Modals. So these are actually weak to Imperial Pike Guards. Now, I think it's a very interesting build by NOP. Obviously, they did their homework. Okay. Now heading to game 2, ING versus NOP. Now, this is going to be NOP's elimination game if they don't bring it out, and we can see immediately at the start. Look at NOP's defense.
Yeah. So this is gonna be the win or go home game for NOP. They have to win this one. So for this map, we don't need to wait for the siege towers, and the attackers will get inside of the city very soon. So like we mentioned in the before the game, like the defender, they abandon the point A and the point B, and like get back to their point C and try to defend there. So it'll be very easy for attackers to take over the A and the B and will like extend their time for the game. So it's a very good start for them.
Yep. Then of course we see NOP, the defenders, opting for that final base defense. Now without that Falcos, I'm very curious to see how they're actually going to set up on this final base down here. Of course, ING taking their time to cap the points. After the AB, they got to take the harbor and then they go to C point down here.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to see a lot of fights on this final base. It's going to be a massacre.
I mean, like the reason why they abandoned the point A and the point B, and also the point C, is because for the defender for NOP, they brought a lot of Imperial guards. So yeah, that would be very good to do not the moving fast. They cannot move really fast. So yeah, it's really good for standing 1 point.
Good point that you bring out there, because the lineup for NOP, the defenders, are not very fast. So they opt in this space down here. It's better for the defenders because they're able to control the fight in a much smaller area. If you defend the C point or AB, teams have to be very split up, and they cannot have that kind of advantage that they want to do. But again, not saying that attackers the risk of that is that if their units or the heroes die too fast, correct? The attackers can just snowball and just take the final base, and there's no time to react to stop it. So it's a super risky strategy.
Yeah, and also the attackers, they have activated the harbor and they have some berserkers, and also especially for the final base, it's totally open for championship. So yeah, it will be very risky to defend the final base. Bet everything on that. So that will be very risky.
Right. Now, and ING just scouting out NOP's defense, throwing a few mortar hits in front, testing to see where NOP wants to take the first fight of this final. So, honestly, this could go either way, because I've seen many defense doing this strategy from NOP. It's very hard to break down because that space that you got to go into, it's not easy for the attackers also.
Yeah, for now, the attacker, they just take the time. They got 12 minutes to take over the final base, only the 1 point. So they just need to set up artilleries and arrange their units everywhere and try to find a very good chance to wave in. Because for defenders, they just have no idea about where enemies will come in. Because for the final base, a lot of paths to leading to it.
Yep. Ooh, first blood coming out from ING side, probably one of the ballistas hitting the hero itself. And ING starting to poke through. They want that cliff down here. Now this cliff is so good for the attackers to hold because obviously it's trappable. And of course, you limit the amount of troops that can bring up. It's such a tight space down here. So I think the only way up here is by ING controlling that little cliff on that center. And they can put grip shots, etc.
And we can say several squads of Modal are waiting here, try to find a good chance to get in. And they just can use their championship to do a lot of damage before they wave in. That is a pretty good move for ING.
This is really risky though. NOP is allowing ING to just step in on that cliff down there. That's not... Ooh, this is scary. Oops. Now look at this. ING moving to the position now. They saw that NOP is moving back, and then Halberts, of course, in the front with Claymores down there. Ooh, NOP. Let's see how NOP is going to react to this push by ING. That's a really risky spot to give that cliff. Now, if you look at the attackers, they're able to just set up more artillery, advance closer to the enemy point. Shenji bomb coming out from the NOP side. With those halberds down there just taking a lot of hits. Oh, they have to retreat.
Yeah, for now the NOP are doing pretty well.
This is like a game of chess, you know. You move here, I
Yeah.
move there. You know, let's see
Mm,
who can actually take that position down there. Now you see how well these muskets from NOP is doing.
yeah.
They're just throwing bombs, disrupting enemy formations, not allowing ING to set up any artillery near there. Those muskets are
Yeah.
really doing very well.
Yeah. It's a really good move to use musket to stop those things. Yeah.
Right. And the great thing is that because we do not have the stalwarts, the loyal guards, now those are such good frontline troops. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So without those troops, you know, the fights will actually move on pretty quick. Ooh, might see our first big engagement here. There's already a skirmish going on the stairs down there. NOP side. Ooh, advance coming down, trying to wipe the troops left on the stairs down there. And of course, meanwhile, ING just pushing through, going down the cliff. But this is going to be a tough position to hold. Ooh, nice trap.
Oh yeah, nice jump.
Now that trap hits is going to win. Whoa!
Oh, the cover is from the back. Oh, but got stopped
The wing
by the
has
Imperial Guards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not fully worked.
Oh, wow. A shield maiden from the ING eating up the two Shenjis at the back line. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. And another
Uh-oh.
wave of cavalries.
Oh, those are Dagger X Lancers. You know, those do so much damage to heroes. Uh-oh, looks like NOP heroes just falling down one by one. Wing Hussar charging into nothing to space. Hello. Oh, this is scary.
I mean,
Now,
like
now if
they find a really good spot to like assign the Shenzi Grenadiers there.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
it's
game-winning play. Oh no, NOP now,
yeah,
even though they're all on their first step, they just cannot spawn. They're all on the same cooldown.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Now the question is which reinforcements can reach there on time. Now,
Oh,
defenders need to be very careful. They have to go down together. If not, heroes is going to die mindlessly, aimlessly, for no reason. Because for the attackers, now what they want to push in is to lock in those two pathway into the spawn point.
okay.
But
Now the defenders have already responded and tried to take back
oh,
their final base. Yeah,
look at how many gunners coming out from ING side. I think
yeah,
there's like 3 or 4 gunners down there. And even though we don't see it, those must be doing so much damage. Oh, nice Hussar charge. Trying to eat the units on the stairs down there. Wow. Uh-oh. Oh, this fight could swing back into NOP's hand. He's able to kill all those ranged troops down there. But again, of course, we know cavalry cannot go on that cliff.
yes. This is a really smart place to set units over there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, but a lot of troops going down for both sides. The fight is still continuing on, you know, even Hussar coming in.
Mm. Okay, here comes the second wave of attack.
Oh,
The pike
now
units already inside of the point. Yeah.
Yep. I think ING is just going for base right now.
Oh, it's not going well for NOP now. Only 7 heroes alive. Doubled by ING.
Hmm?
Oh, it's kind of very difficult to get into the point. Even.
This is
Yeah.
beautiful setup.
Oh, this is insane. So many units inside of the final base. And those cavalries and the heroes just totally impossible to get in.
Oh.
Yeah, there are spam units everywhere.
And grape shots, of course, just to secure those kills down there. Now, even though we see so many blue troops, but remember the heroes have been just jumping in, trying to interrupt the capture. So, ooh, GG.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see the MVP from the winner side from ING. They have won the 2 games. So for this round, they are the winner, and we are very sorry to say that the NLP they are like have to they have already like eliminated from the CBL this time. And the MP from the ING is 万国小. Oh, sorry, I missed the name. And also the MP from the NOP is Moonjae. He got like 2 kills and 2 deaths and 0 assists and killed 76 troops in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for this game, I mean, like NLP, they actually made a really the bold and the audacious strategy for the game. They are totally abandoned the point A and B and C and bet everything on the final base. Actually, it's quite really really risky and yeah, because like in the past, we normally will see a team abandon the point A and the point B. They will try their best to defend the C. But this time, LP, they just did a kind of really different thing. They abandoned those 3 points. So yeah, it's pretty risky, and we are very sorry to say they'll lose the game.
I think more on the ING side. I mean, they did their attack beautifully. Even though they won that first wave down there on the final base push, they didn't commit to the final base point because they know that look, NOP is going to respawn in the first death is 30 seconds, right? So that's pretty quick, you know. Whatever troops that they have is just going to get wiped off. So they played it slow, you know, buy some time for their teammates to take out their second troop. Now, when they know that they fight NOP and put them on their second death, that's 45 seconds of time that they can bring up their halberds and everything to their final point. So they've clearly thought this through, and I think at that stage, you know, just have to say hands down to ING. They deservingly, you know, winning that attack down there.
Yeah, and the time is for the defenders is for attackers is very important because like the game is they're not just competing with the defenders, they're also competing with time. But for defenders, they should be like trying their best to waste attackers' time to make sure attackers won't have enough time to attack their points. In the last game, I mean, like LP, they gave too much time for attackers, especially for the final base. Attackers got like around 12 minutes to take over it, and also have like a lot of other buffs. And so, yeah, I mean, like. Yes, they could be like adjusting their strategy in the game. Yeah, and now let's take a 5 minutes break, and we'll come back very soon. And and then we'll see the map fan pick for the next game.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes. See you guys later.